Yesterday, Waziri Kipchumba Murkomen was grilled by the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security at City Hall, and this is how it went down, as you can see in these images. Now let me tell you, some of the responses he gave explained to me why he's the most incompetent CS we've ever had in this country. Now, having said that, in this video I want to walk you through some of the outlandish things that Waziri Murkomen said during his cross-examination, and so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1, remember the 17 goons who attacked Godfrey Osotsi in Kisumu and were named and shamed by Babu Owino? Well, guess what? Of the 17, only 3 have been arrested, and Murkomen is now telling us that the other 14 have managed to escape. They crossed the border and entered the neighboring country. Hata bila kutaja hiyo neighboring country, we just know it is Uganda. Just listening to this nonsense.
The Osotsi issue was the DCI circulated the pictures. As you said, some of them presented, 3 of them presented themselves. The rest of the 13 or 14 ran out of the country to the neighboring country. So, but the IG and the DCI are on them, working with the authorities in the neighboring country, and we will arrest all of them eventually. As soon as they step in this country, they will all be arrested. And I hope that will be the first example to show that violence doesn't pay.
The truth is, these 14 boys were given government escort to the neighboring country of Uganda, and they were given a safe hideout. Because how else do you explain goon ambaye anapewa 500 kupiga senator 500 shillings ametoa wapi 2,000? Hata nikidhani kwa sasa inaweza kuwa ni 3,000 ya kukata ticket ya bus all the way into Uganda. They get there and they can somehow afford accommodation, food and everything else. All 14 of them. That one is just total nonsense. These were people who are sponsored by government. Hata labda wako hiyo nchi geni, they have been given a hideout somewhere here within Kenya. Wamesema tu nyi kaeni musionekane, tutasema mumetoroka, mambo ikiwa sawa mrudi. And the other question people are asking, why is it these goons who are mentioned are being photographed not once, not twice with Raymond Omolo? In fact, here are the images. Watu si wajinga bwana. Au vijana wamefichwa na serikali. Number 2. Now, despite the goon choir master sitting just behind Murkomen, he decided to cast aspersions on the members of the committee by claiming that some of them ndio wale wanatembea na goons. And is there to be grilled? Sijui kiburi Promax watu wanatoa wapi. Just listening to this gaslighting Promax.
Nearly in the areas that we have serious gangs, nearly all the political leaders, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, have at least a form of goons. They are disguised as bouncers. They are always supporting and escorting politicians to functions. And Mr. Speaker, I don't need to mention names, but even if I put my eyes now to look like this, I can almost say something. And I just want to say, Mr. Chair, without fear of contradiction, in counties,
Chair,
for example.
Point of order.
What is it?
Is a cabinet secretary casting aspersion on us?
You know the sickening bit, ni vile tu nimekata hiyo audio hapo, but the sickening bit there is that waziri amekuja kuwaeleza kuhusu mambo ya goons. This is a committee ambayo ina deal na security and what not. And he's saying that some of them akiwaangalia ni kama pia wao wanatembea na goons. And the chairman of that committee was defending the CS. Please, we don't want pushovers in these committees. How can your members be insulted and you're there saying that kindly let us give time to the honorable CS to answer questions? Shame on that chairperson, anafaa ngatuliwe as soon as yesterday. Number 3, Waziri Murkomen at least said something that's factually correct by acknowledging that Kisumu is a hotbed of terror and goons. In fact, let me not misquote him. This is what he said word for word, and I quote, Kisumu is a hotspot for gangs and goons, and they are not loyal to anybody. They are available for hire. How did you know that if you are not hiring them? And then on top of that, much as that statement is very correct, it is also designed for government to distance itself from the goonish activity that they have planned for Linda Mwananchi in Kisumu. Because you know, Linda Mwananchi, wametoka Nakuru, they have had a very successful rally. Now they are headed to Kisumu. And already we are seeing Gaucho and Farouk wameingia pale a few days before. What is the purpose of Gaucho and Farouk pale? Just have a look at this image. Anywho, let me not get ahead of myself there. I'll touch on that issue of Farouk and Nani in the What in the World segment. But nonetheless, how I wish and how I hope that our brothers from the lakeside, particularly in Kisumu, other counties don't have this problem. Inafaa hapo Kisumu hii mambo ya affordable goons iishe. Watu wachukue meli waende kufanya uvuvi. There is so much to do, or they go to other counties to try their luck. Don't sit there and wait for politics to come to your area for you to become an affordable goon. Mbona Western Kenya viongozi hawapigwi? Kwa Mlima Kenya where Ruto betrayed Gachagua and impeached him, that is a place unge expect apigwe na mawe. Nobody is even yelling at him. Ukambani, it's peaceful. Wajir, where we are expecting bunduki na kila kitu kulia huko na magrenade, there's nothing. All political activity ya ugun, viongozi kupigwa, kuvunjiwa magari, it is happening in Kisumu. And in case it is happening elsewhere, unasikia these boys were ferried last night from Kisumu. And that is why Murkomen is saying that they are affordable for hire, because they have been using them. Most of the opposition rallies ni watu wagani wanatumwa, wale kuja kusambaratisha. So we must also have some form of national pride. Ifike mahali watu waseme hapana, hii jamii haiwezi tumika hivyo na viongozi. You want to be a goon? Toka hapo kwa gari kuja rusha mawe mwenyewe. Ukimaliza panda gari yako hiyo V8 enda. But getting a commoner, someone who doesn't have a job, probably has a family, so hata akikufa itakuwa ni watu wengi wameumia. That is not the person to use as a goon. This activity needs to come to an end, and this end can only start by those people on the ground committing to changing. If they don't change, they'll perish. Babu Wino amesema mahali wanapata goons watapiga na wamalize. So we don't want that kind of fracas in future. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Do you believe Murkomen when he says the goons are affordable, and how does he know that if he's not hiring them himself, or if his PS is not hanging out with them on photographs? Just drop me your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're still managing rentals using notebooks and caretakers, see how Joel Karango Miner switched to a system that runs his 76 units automatically. Every month, caretakers traveled to his office with handwritten records. Balancing the math took hours. Payments never merged and tenants never got receipts. Then Joel switched to Bomahat, Kenya's award-winning property management software. Now payments update automatically, receipts go out via SMS, and every report is just one click away. He now runs all 76 units from his phone. No chaos, no confusion. Join hundreds of landlords doing the same. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.